Have you ever looked at your to-do list, your inbox, your goals, and felt this quiet shame, like you're supposed to be good at everything by now? That voice creeps in. You're too messy. You talk too much. You're not strategic enough. You can't lead. You're falling behind. If that hits, this story is for you. Because today's episode isn't about fixing yourself, it's about freeing yourself. Let me tell you about Alex. Alex always believed success meant patching every flaw. In school, that meant extra hours on math drills he hated. In early jobs, it meant pretending to be organized when chaos was honestly part of his genius. And in entrepreneurship, it meant spreadsheets, SOPs, meetings that drained the life out of him, all in the name of being well-rounded. That's what he thought high performers did, until one conversation flipped it all. Alex's world looked impressive from the outside. He ran a growing team. Revenue was up. But inside he was exhausted, constantly working on what he wasn't good at. He thought it was discipline, maturity, the grind. But one day, while venting to a friend about how he just needed to get better at ops, she said, "You know, Jobs wasn't good at ops either. That's why he brought in Tim Cook." Alex blinked. It sounded simple, obvious even, but something shifted. Could it be that the goal wasn't to fix everything? He brushed it off at first. "Yeah, but I'm not Steve Jobs. I can't afford to just skip the hard stuff." Still, the seed was planted. That night, he pulled out his journal, wrote a simple question: what if I stopped trying to be someone I'm not? Weeks passed. The idea kept poking at him. One afternoon, between back-to-back meetings he hated, he did something wild. He blocked an hour. No meetings, no admin, just space to think. He opened a blank page and wrote a list. Things that come easily, things that light me up, moments I've felt most powerful, compliments I hear often, projects where time flies. By the end, he was staring at a different version of himself, one he liked. Vision, storytelling, energy, intuition, strategy under pressure, not systems, not operations, not the fix-it-all guy. He saw it, for the first time, not as a gap, but as a compass. Of course, it didn't change everything overnight. There were doubts, moments where he thought, am I just being lazy? Times he felt guilty letting others do what he struggled with, but something kept him going. When he stayed in his strengths, everyone won. His team moved faster, his clients felt more inspired, his energy lasted longer, and something else happened. He started rebuilding his role around his strengths. That's when things really shifted. He delegated what drained him. He hired for the gaps instead of trying to fake them. He even reshaped his offers. No more over-promising, just doubling down on what he did best. That clarity, it made him unstoppable. The real test came when a big client asked him to lead a full-scale ops project. Old Alex would have said yes, then suffered in silence. But this time, he smiled. "That's not me, but I've got someone who's brilliant at that." No shame, no guilt, just clarity. That was his resurrection. Alex didn't become someone else. He became more himself. And the success? It wasn't just numbers. It was that quiet confidence of walking into a room, knowing exactly what he brings and what he doesn't need to. No more performing. No more fixing, just focusing, amplifying, aligning. He didn't become well-rounded, he became precise. And in doing so, he gave permission to others to stop hiding their genius behind guilt. So now let me ask you, what if the thing you've been trying to fix was never meant to be fixed? What if your so-called weakness was simply someone else's strength? What if the key to your next level isn't self-improvement, but self-trust? You were never meant to do it all. You were meant to do you, fully, boldly, unapologetically. Because confidence isn't imagined. It's earned by living from your strengths. And maybe, just maybe, it's time you gave yourself permission to stop fixing what was never broken. Until next time, stay close to what energizes you. That's where the magic lives.